is the cloud floating couch. Oh, the depths of the sea. 100 horsepower, oh my God. Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day. You know what time it is. Time for more tech toys in our world. Today we're going to go over a few really cool things. Thought we'd start off with the brand new Bugatti Noir, Voltaire Noir. I guess in French it means very black. This particular vehicle that we're talking about, one of a kind. $19 million. Got a lot of money for a car? There you go. It's the one you're going to want. This new car is an update of a century-old design. It is a 16-cylinder, 1,500 horsepower. Oh my God. That thing could practically fly if you put some wings on it, right? But it is an anniversary edition. They've only made one, so sorry if you want one. I know you all got a spare $19 million in your pocket that you're looking to throw away, but they've only made one. It's gone to an undisclosed buyer, but everyone believes it is the former CEO of Volkswagen, now retired. Volkswagen is the new owner of Bugatti, if you didn't know that. Yep, told you, man, the last couple of days we've been hearing a lot out of our good friends Volkswagen, huh? Is a remake of the old Type 57C vehicle that they had in production exactly 100 years ago. It's an anniversary edition model. I mean, $19 million for a one-of-a-kind Bugatti, that's not bad at all, let's face it. Their regular vehicles are $300,000 and up anyway, so yeah, I guess maybe 20 times the price tag may be a bit much, but I don't know, you tell me. I mean, look at the thing. Super badass, right? One of a kind. Get all the bragging rights. No one has one. No one can confess to have one. It's you and only you. Unfortunately, I don't see them making another one, so unless you got 10 times that to offer the former CEO of Volkswagen, a guy who I don't believe needs much money, you're not going to get your hands on it. But man, look at it. Beautiful thing, isn't it? A piece of magnificent engineering. Not too thrilled with the price tag though, but I mean, what are you going to do? So this particular Bugatti is the 100th anniversary issue. It's a Type 57C. It was the original car they made. Beautiful, isn't it? Price tag's a bit much at $19 million, but let's face it, if you were the CEO or former CEO of Volkswagen, you'd be able to afford that too, right? I don't know. Not quite sure what those guys make, but I'm pretty sure it's that impressive. They did this in honor of their 100th anniversary. This is a one-of-a-kind vehicle. It was bought by silent auction, so no one really knows who the purchaser is. But all of the indicators point to former CEO of Volkswagen, now retired. They will not be producing another one. This is a one-time production-only vehicle. As a production vehicle and a price tag of $19 million makes it the most expensive production vehicle in the world. And as a one-of-a-kind, I guess, you know, be another one to rival it until somebody else feels the need to make a $20 million car. I don't know, maybe you win Powerball or something like that and you ask for one, right? Voltaire Noir is French for very black, or at least I know black is in the title. You have a 16-cylinder, 1,500 horsepower beast. So, I mean, if it had wings, it would definitely fly. I think the largest production car in the US right now is around 750 horsepower. So, you know, half of that. But just an incredible, incredible vehicle. You be interested in something like that? You like to shell out 19 mil? I mean, even if I had it, I don't know. I guess if I had billions like some of these guys, it wouldn't be that bad. But Aren't you afraid to drive something like that? I'd be terrified. I don't think any insurance company in America would cover it to begin with, but me personally, I like to really take advantage and use my vehicles more than just have them sit around and look pretty. But I don't know. I guess when you're really wealthy, that kind of stuff doesn't make a difference to you. But what do you think? Bugatti, Voltaire, Nor, $19 million, but one of a kind and one only. Would you be the next owner of such a vehicle? Would you like to try and outbid Volkswagen's old CEO? Too late, that auction's already gone down, but you tell me, you like this thing? You think it's worth your 19 mil? It's super pretty. But let me know in the comments down below. Missed a car for you? Yes or no? We got some other fine toys on the list. Not quite as expensive as this, but more badass in a different way. Let's see what's up next. All right, this time we'll go from on the land to below the depths of the sea. There's a new product. You know, I'm loving all this summertime adventure stuff. It's called the Dragon by Deep Flight. It is a personal submarine. You heard me right. There it is. Very James Bond looking space age, huh? It's called the Dragon. I could see myself getting into one of those. I wouldn't mind indulging in a little ride under the water every now and then. It is low impact on the environment. It has quad electric brushless engines. Or motors. I mean, anything electric is a motor, not an engine. It can go up to a depth of over 300 feet. It carries 2 passengers with a total combined weight of 550 pounds. It's the first of its kind in the sense that since it has 4 quad position motors and 2 thrust motors, that it can actually hover. So, you know, on their website they tout it's the only personal submarine that would allow you to hover next to sea life, which I guess would make sense. You don't have to always engage the rear thrusters, which is its main source of propulsion. You could just engage the 4 hovering engines, which would allow you to get very close to coral reefs and large aquatic sea life if they allow it. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie, I really would like this thing. Now, they do say it is a companion boat to your yacht. So, you know, not quite sure I have one of those. So if that's a prerequisite, I guess it's out of my price range. Although when I did look into it, it is well over $100,000. I actually couldn't find an exact price online. It says contact your dealer for more information. But I did see certain articles and I saw many reviews quoting 100 plus. So let's just say it's a $100,000 toy. Now, very much reasonable compared to the $19 million Bugatti that I showed you a little while ago. And I mean, it is super James Bond style cool. I mean, you can see for yourself. It has a heads-up display inside that projects on the glass like fighter pilots have. It has built-in software that makes it totally capable of not allowing you to make mistakes. Won't let you depressurize too soon, won't let you go too deep, won't let you rise, you know, and purge the tanks too soon. Has an auto ballast system. It sounds very fancy, doesn't it? But all again for safety, because let's face it, you don't need any kind of captain's license. All you need is a checkbook. And those with $100,000 can own their own submarine. It's interesting how we force people to fly with pilot's license, but we'll allow you to go under the water all you like in any vessel of your choosing without any experience or licensing whatsoever. America's a wonderful place. But what do you think? Is this the type of summer toy for you? I think each week we're going to show you a different summer toy. Last week's is more my speed because it's more in my available price range, but let's face it, the Dragon, even the name is cool. Red and white, man, it would only be better if it was red and black, but I guess, you know, black doesn't play well in the ocean. Kind of hard to see you if you need rescuing, so white would be a better option. But red and white, my second favorite, but you let me know. Yes? No? You a Dragon owner? Maybe, maybe not. Not too thrilled with personal submarine? Maybe going under the water, not quite your thing? Especially when you're in control without a pilot's license or a captain's license? Yeah, I'm thinking we're taking some lessons before I take my Dragon out. But Dragon by Deep Flight. Own one today. A mere 100 plus, all right? I have one more thing. Not quite as adventurous, but way more cool than anything. Well, you know, for me anyway. This one, we'll go inside to check it out. All right. Last, and I have to be honest with you, the product that has me the most excited, the one that really got me very amped about doing today's video, is the cloud floating couches or floating sofa, depending on what country and where you're from and what your definition of a couch or sofa is. Because this is actually neither. It is a pillow cloud-shaped type sofa, they call it, couch, if you will, that floats on air. That's right, another amazing electromagnetic device. Seems like we're hearing a lot about those lately. This, and you know they're my favorite, like I told you, I have a speaker at home that's just wonderful to watch work every day, is a concept designed by David Koh, K-O-O, I hope I'm saying that right. It features a giant pillow cloud-shaped floating area that rests over a electromagnetic base. Right now, the problem is how strong to make it, because, you know, of course, we'll have a maximum weight issue. So then depending on that weight and what that weight is doing at the time, jumping up and down, getting on, getting off, will affect the floating feature of the sofa. So those type of engineering issues they're still working on. They do have already a working model. It went beyond the concept phase, but they're having, of course, you know, lots of issues with it, because strong enough to hold a person would make it want to float away, but too weak just lets it be drawn to the base. And then when you add the weight distribution issue, you know, they got a lot ahead of them. But I'll be honest with you, look at the thing. It looks so comfortable. I could see myself napping in that thing and not wanting to get up and go to work. It looks like a little cloud. It's just floating there like 3.5 feet above the floor. You know, there'll be no hard spots when you roll over. There's no resistance of any type. You're on a cloudy cushion of air. I mean, I'm super impressed. The minute I saw it, I wanted in. I was even willing to send them some GoFundMe money, but they're already into investing stage and have big design magazine money behind them and all that. But I mean, it's definitely a purchase for me. Not too concerned at the price, as long as it's not like $20,000-$30,000. But I would spend $5,000 on that thing in a heartbeat. I spent $2 or $3,000 on a regular leather sofa. I would spend $8,000 on that. I'll take it back. I mean, I spent $2 or $3,000 on a regular leather sofa. How would I not want to spend? You know, how can I not justify spending 8 or 10 on that? My own cloud. I mean, you've seen the pictures. It is a floating cloud, and that model looks so comfortable. I could see myself in the same position, man, just for hours on end. And I'm sorry, I'm just a big fan of electromagnetism and, you know, reverse magnetism and floating propulsion due to magnetism. It's awesome. It's environmentally friendly. It's as clean as can be. And it just, I'm sorry, it looks super cool. It's like the future that my generation always thought would be flying cars and floating beds. I mean, we're getting the floating speakers, not far off for the floating sofa. I've seen the floating bed. You got to keep it tethered. They didn't fix the engineering problem, so it wouldn't actually push you to the ceiling. So it floats, but it has to be tethered down. So I'll get one when it can float on its own. Tethered means if something goes wrong, away you go, and I'm not that much of a risk taker. But the cloud concept sofa, I'm all in. If they need more funding money, you got my address, let me know. But that's not important. The only thing that's truly important is what do you guys think? How do you feel about a floating sofa? In your future, or just way too much? You're fine with conventional, on the ground, stabilized sofa? Let me know in the comments down below. It's what they're there for. Remember, that empty bar with your name next to it, that's for you to let me know whether you thought this was cool, whether you thought this was or whether or not it's something you would like. But what'd you think? Personal submarine, $19 million car, floating sofa. Any of them tickle your fancy? Gonna use your lottery winnings on any of those things? Or nah, cool, but for someone else. And like I said, the personal submarine, you gotta have a yacht, and there's all kinds of other things that come first. So cool, James Bondish, but really in the far future, I would have to win the lottery. But let me know. This was our tech day. Hope you enjoyed it. If you see anything you like and you want more information, you can always Google it. It's always here on YouTube. Hit me up. More than happy to go over it with you. I got tons of background information I always gather on these things and be happy to share it with you. But for now, y'all know how we do it. Comment, like, subscribe. Keep subscribing. We're getting there. Love ya. See y'all in the next one.